Okay. We don't
All
have
right.
Gil right now. Yeah.
But what we do have, you'll never believe.
Vinny Tafuro.
The
Whoa!
one and only Vinny Tafuro.
And I'm all about hype.
You're all about hype. Yeah.
What's the hype about? Well, Vinny, we would like to talk about the legislative fly-in that's coming up here very soon, March 15th.
Yes.
Can you give us an overview of what you've learned since last month?
Well, as a Ad2, for those who don't know, is associated with the Tampa Bay Advertising Federation, and we're all affiliated with the American Advertising Federation. Besides public service and professional development and all that kind of stuff that we do, one of our major focuses is legislative efforts and looking out for our industry when it comes to government. So the legislative fly-in is basically out of the 23 ad clubs around the state, we all go up to Tallahassee and we go door to door to all of our elected officials in the state legislature.
Trick-or-treating.
Trick-or-treating. And we basically, we tell
candy?
them, well, I don't know if we're allowed to bring candy anymore.
Oh, that's
It's a bribe.
that might be. Yeah, that might be.
We're not
considered a
allowed to
bribe.
give gifts anymore. So they look at us kind of like, it was the last 2 years we did a statewide public service campaign called Keep Art in Schools, where we went to schools that had lost their art programs and took the students and showed them how to do artwork. And what we ended up doing is asking the students to do these tiles that had some sort of art picture on them, and on the back was a note that said, why they wanted art to be in school. And 2 years ago, we handed them and said, hey, we have this piece of artwork from students. Last year, though, we said, no, we have a letter from students with the artwork that happened to be on the back, just so we made sure we were giving them letters. But basically, yeah, what we do is we go up there and say, hi, we're the advertising industry. We're from back home. We're from your neighborhood. We elected you, put you in office. Our business and our industry does a lot of public service and a lot of pro bono stuff. And so we look out for legislative and laws that are coming up that might affect our industry.
So
And
it's
that's our way.
typically just to educate them about what we do, what our issues are, and what.
Exactly.
Okay.
Can you talk about what any of the big hotspot issues are this year?
This year, it looks like, with property tax reform coming, all of a sudden the tax situation in the state of Florida is up in the air. And one of the things that we have right now is there is no services tax. So you buy a billboard or you design a website or a brochure, there's no taxes on the hours you spend providing that service to your clients. In other states, they tax that service the same way they do buying something at the store. And that's one of the things that while they review property taxes and taxes in general, we want to make sure that we keep that exemption on services taxes so that we can still provide the quality pro bono work that we do.
I understand that's the biggest issue. Are there any other underlying issues that will be discussed?
Not specifically. I know always there's outdoor is one of the things that becomes an issue occasionally. Last year, I don't know if you've noticed in Tampa all the sound barriers that have gone up. That caused a stir in watching out which billboards were going to be blocked, if they were allowed to raise billboards based on local laws that were passed saying you couldn't change billboards, but now there's these walls in place that block the billboards. So, there are issues like that you watch out for.
Is there anything we can do about birds?
Birds.
We had a client that had these endangered species of birds that nested in his billboard and just ruined it for everybody because we couldn't take it down and we kept getting charged for it.
Carl, I think you should volunteer to be on the bird committee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you should head that one up.
Okay.
So you couldn't.
Do you want to be on it with me?
Yeah.
The bird? Okay.
I would love to.
We'll fight the birds.
Fight the birds. Ad2 Tampa Bay does not condone fighting the birds.
That's
Could be
just
a good
crime.
Yeah,
tagline.
and that's it's those issues that come up, and it's like I said, it's one of the primary reasons that the advertising federations came together was way back 100 years ago when they started forming advertising clubs. It was because of trying to self-regulate ourselves before the government stepped in and over-regulated the industry. One of the big issues nationally is the obesity issue, with people going, the companies going after fast food companies or different food producers and regulating what they advertise about. Something you come across every day is a lot of the advertising for attorney practicing or for law practices. So it's something that touches us, and it's funny that you don't get involved with it until it affects specifically what you do.
Mm-hmm.
But what we try to do with Ad2 and with the Ad Fed is to project that to everybody, that it's something that we need to maintain on a regular basis, because we do provide a lot of good with our pro bono ad campaigns.
It is, and you don't realize how many issues there are that come up throughout the year, and will continue to come up. So it's great that Ad2 is part of that and making
it to light.
Absolutely, bringing
Yes.
it
Making
to
us
light.
conscious.
We are conscious.
Again, the legislative fly-in is March 15th, so we'll have a update next month.
Yep,
And you can tell us how everything went.
I will do that.
Awesome. Good luck, Vinny.
Thanks,
Thank
Vinny.
you.